after week one in that game and how bad Mark looked and how great Likely looked. What's the word around Owens Mills? Is this about to be not a benching, but is the snap share about the to change significantly between those two?
We, I mean, I started off. I think we touched on it, after week one. We definitely put it in our chat, but it's something that I've been saying, and y'all have been piggybacking on for the last season and a half, um, especially before the injury. That I mean, I don't think he's tight end number one no more. I mean, I've seen enough from Likely, where I think he needs to be. I think it needs part of the playbook needs to just be. I guess Mark plays. Did he be Likely plays? Granted, Mark has had a fantastic career here, a great career here for the most part. But I just don't see it anymore. When you can't block, when you falling down, just untouched because whoever the ghost of the car, whatever it may be. I just don't see it. Now, does he have something left in the tank? Of course. He's an all pro player. He was an all pro player. He probably still can be an all pro player. But for me, what I want to see with the Ravens, what I think what the Ravens want to do, I think Likely is the better option here. Because Mark can't block. The same thing I think Nick brought up on the last show, or Keith brought up on the last show, when Justice Hill is in the game, you know what's coming. That it's probably gonna be a pass play because they not for some reason they not running the ball with Justice Hill. So like when Mark is in the game, you're probably throwing the ball, and if you're running the ball, it's might gonna be a short game because if you're running to the side, you can't block. It's just like I think Harbaugh is he's very loyal to his players, shows a lot of loyalty, but it's time to stop that. I don't think Mark Andrews is giving the Ravens the best chance to win over Isaiah Likely right now. I just don't.
Well, in this case, I don't think it's a either or situation because they both played a lot together, right? So Mark played 59 snaps, Isaiah Likely played 53, and I think Isaiah Likely was like 66% route participation when he was in the game. So they ran a lot of 12 personnel, two tight ends, under center looks. So I mean, they're getting the Gronk and Aaron Hernandez treatment right now. I guess that bleeds into a conversation as far as like, what's your identity? Do you want to be the team that has heavy sets with two tight ends and has Lamar under center? Or do you want to be a spread type of team like we showed last season and seasons before where, you have, Lamar in an open space and allowing him to kind of dictate the pace in that situation? Obviously with the tight end skill sets that we have, you want both of them to play as much as possible if we're going to have both on the team, because Isaiah Likely is a much better offensive weapon than a Nelson Aguilar or a Bateman per se. So you're going to want to have both on the field if you have both, but we're going to have to figure out what type of team we want to be, because while both are on the team, we're going to have to figure out a way to utilize both and not just have it so that it's just one having a breakout game and the other one is kind of quiet. If we can get back to using both in tandem, not just running routes together, but also being threats together. Mark has to hold his end of the bargain in that situation. I don't know if it was just a situation where he just didn't practice all season, had a car accident, working his way back mentally from getting his leg broke. Could be some jitters there and some rust and attrition there, but also it's not to be understated that Lamar Jackson's favorite target, when he gets in trouble, he's not looking for Mark anymore. That used to be the guy he looked at. Now he's looking for the athletic freak, that looks like him and is making plays for him too. So, I always talk about earning your quarterback's trust. Last year it was we have Odell Beckham. That's why Rashad Bateman isn't getting the ball. Well, no, Rashad Bateman wasn't getting the ball because Lamar didn't trust him. He didn't make the plays when given opportunities. So at a certain point, a quarterback not going to throw you the ball. especially when he's under duress. In these situations, Isaiah Likely's boxing people out, getting jump balls, making plays after the catch, blocking for Lamar when he needs to, in open space. So that's the biggest thing for me is like, I think Isaiah maybe leapfrog Mark in the Lamar trust depth chart. And I think that matters more than anything. But, if that's the case, to Key's point, and then, just in general, like what value does Mark bring if he's not the most trusted guy that's on the field? Because, in that case, he's just running around.
Right. And I about to say I agree with everything you said. It's just I haven't, before Mark injury last year, I haven't seen them produce together on the field. I haven't seen it. Like I haven't seen both of them go out for 80 yards and one had 50 yards, a touchdown. I haven't seen it. And like I said, it's only one game this season, so the jury is still out on Mark Andrews this year. Of course, we're not going to rush to judgment about it, but for that contract that he's playing, we need more production for that contract. That money could be definitely spent elsewhere if we don't get the type of production that we gonna get if we gonna see him just missing blocks and stuff like that. But yeah, your point is well taken. It does not have to be evil. I mean, like you say, if they're going to have the identity where they are running star personnel, then they need to find a way to use both of them. I just don't know. I haven't seen it. We haven't seen it yet.
I don't think any of them. We ain't none of us seen it.
Yeah, and you talk about trust. I mean, Likely led them with 30% of the target share passes on Thursday night. So, he's gained Lamar trust, obviously, but to see Mark and Likely on the field, I think I read a stat like they were on the field. Let me just pull it up just to be 100% sure. But Mark and Likely were on the field for 21 plays in the first half. The most plays they were on the field together last year was 16 for an entire game. So like Nick alluded to, you're going to really see that 12 personnel. But if Mark can't stretch the field or be of value, then I think at some point it's got to be addition by subtraction. Like he just may find his way out the fold because Zay just proven himself to be too explosive at this point.
And right, and to your point is like if he's there and he's playing under a contract and with what he's meant to Baltimore, is like, okay, are you gonna force him the ball? Like, do you make sure that so is Monk going to still call plays to him just because he's Mark Andrews? He's going to have a package a game probably. So it's like, are you going to call plays? This is why I mean, where's Hayden Hurst? You see, give me back, bring me back, Hayden Hurst.
He with Greg Roman and the Chargers. They got all the former Ravens.
He did too. Damn.
Just let Hayden Hurst block, and you don't got work. He ain't complaining about. I mean, Mark hasn't complained, but just let him block, and you just keep moving. So
Isaiah Likely's 2024 cap hit is 1.1 million and some change, compared to Mark Andrews, who's 16.9 million 2024 cap hit. So again, we talking about utilization. If Likely is going to be that guy that is not only making plays for Lamar, but is the more athletic option, he's harder to defend. We saw last year when we went on that run towards the end of the season, Isaiah Likely was the tight end, and he was the guy making plays throughout that stretch. It's just a different wiggle that he has than Mark. Mark, he's a vet. Maybe he's lost some. Maybe, DNA's creeping in. I don't know, but Isaiah Likely has those he got the supercharged jets right now. And when you have that much difference in a cap hit, it's like, I'm getting this type of production for 1.1 and this type of production for 16.9. At a certain point, you got to do the math.
Like to me, I mean, like I said, Mark Andrews is an all-pro player. He's had great success here, but I think we all watch a lot of sport. Isaiah Likely looked like one of those ones. Like he looked like one of those guys. Like he's gonna be a guy. Like
you remember that Dolphins catch last year?
Yeah, like he looked like he's gonna be like he looked like you can line him up anywhere on the field, and he can literally do everything. He can block, he can go long, he can catch a screen pass.
He goes up and gets it too.
Yeah, he can be a matchup nightmare. Let's put one of them small safeties on him or something.
When we talking about tight ends, like when we talking about the top tight ends in the league, like Isaiah Likely is starting to get in that conversation. Like his running after the catch, his running catch ability is his catch and run ability is just crazy.
And the thing about Mark, if it's not on his number or something easily available to him, it's not always a foregone conclusion he's going to come down with the pass. I think the thing about Likely that is intriguing for Lamar is you just got to look at the players around Lamar. Who out there is big and will make a play on a jump ball situation? Because it ain't Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, no. Aguilar, no. So Isaiah Likely's probably one of the few that will go up there in a one-on-one situation where he's not totally open and Lamar's running for his fucking life. Where if Lamar throws it up, or even on fourth down, or not fourth down, but the last play we saw of regulation, Lamar was in trouble. He was under duress. Sometimes a quarterback needs a guy that's just going to go up and make a play, similar to a George Pickens yesterday, or some of these great receivers, Justin Jefferson down the field. Sometimes a wide receiver or a tight end's job is, even when the quarterback's wrong, is to make them look right.
Yeah.
And I think Isaiah is probably one of the few on the roster that can do that consistently.
I want to stay on
the touchdown pat, the touchdown. What he was, that was just pulled out at the end there. He wasn't open. Lamar just threw it up. He turned around and beat him. Like
Yeah,
I think
got
he made
all them yards after the catch.
Yeah, I think you made that point last show. Like the miracle play, he just threw it up. And likely made a play.